as a new business owner, how do you get yourself seen? How do you start networking? It is a huge thing for a new business to get out there and be seen. People have to know who you are, what you do, and who you serve. So let's just take the first thing. Let's talk about number one is, where are your ideal clients hanging out? So let's just say you're looking for business owners, or you're looking for clients, you're looking for your type of clients, because my type of clients are people that work with building relationships. So I might go to a chamber of commerce where there's other businesses, because they're, business owners and they work with clients and they're building a clientele. And so let's just start with that. So maybe your local chamber of commerce, maybe you go into something a little bit deeper, like there's a mastermind or a meetup. There's a lot of meetups all over the place. You do that. Or even, here's what I've done. Actually, let's just simplify it, because maybe you're not looking for a business owner, but you're looking for your clients. I've met a lot of my clients when I did hair at my son's football game, or in the stands, or when I was out grocery shopping, or if I went to a women's group, or I went to a party or whatever. It's building relationships. So there's a whole segment on that alone. But right now, just kind of think about that. Number one, find out where your ideal client is at, and then start showing up there. Number two, be consistent. Wherever you go, it might take you a little while to find the place that you feel comfortable going and you like the people. And here's the thing, don't go somewhere. It's okay if you don't go somewhere where there's people that just are not jiving with you. So there's a group in our local area, a young entrepreneur group. And I went several times and I had a great time. Now, they're younger people. They are probably newer at business, but I loved it, because I was like, oh my gosh, they're just getting started. They're so green, and everybody's like super excited. There's nobody burnt out yet. And so it was super fun for me to be there and network and get to know them. And I don't get to know them as like, here's what I have to offer you. It's how can I help you? So, one of the things that I like to say when I'm talking, I might just give a little snippet of what I do and who I serve. And then I say, how can I help you? How can I best serve you? That takes somebody right off their rails. They don't even know what the heck you just said, but that's not typical. So how do you think they're going to remember you? They're going to be like, oh my God, that girl just asked me what she could do to help me. When you start serving others, it will come back to you organically. It is like no other. I promise you that will really happen. So find your group, do some research. Okay, so that's number one, find your group, do your research, and then ask when you're talking, you're building relationships, you're not trying to sell anything. Go in with the mindset that you just want to build relationships. You're looking for friends, you're looking for like-minded people, and you ask them, what can I do for you? And the other thing I want to do, sidebar with that one, make sure you wear a name tag. Get a name tag. I wish I had my name tag. It's in my car, because I never go anywhere without my name tag. So I went on Etsy and I found a name tag that was me. What was my personality? So the people that you go in, you go into these events, they'll give you a paper one where you write your name. I bring my own, and you wear it loud and proud, and it can just say your name. It doesn't have to be, what company you work with or what you do, but it just says your name really clear. Mine's really cute. It's black on background and it's gold swirly Shelly. So it's just my first name, and it opens the conversation. People are like, oh my God, I love your name tag. Oh, thank you. Where'd you get it? Blah, blah, blah. We talk about it. And then I get into the power of a name tag. So sometimes I might just spill out a little bit of my content, my lesson to this person I'm talking to, and they're like, oh, wow, that's cool. I'd like to hear more about that. Okay, great. So note to yourself. Number 3, follow up. Follow up. I can't tell you how important follow-up is. And it's a struggle. It's not easy to follow up all the time and consistently follow up. You've got to I have a whole course on this, so I could go on and on and on for about an hour about it. There's so many little moving parts to following up, But so like what I do is I have a little, I wish I had it with me, but it's a little book and it has these little notepads in it. If somebody's going to give me a card, that's cool. Nowadays you have a QR code on your phone that you can just, QR code, take a picture of each other's information, and you have it instantly logged into your phone. That's cool, but I like paper and pen, and I like the old-fashioned way. And if it's not right in front of me, then I forget it. So my system is I go in the parking lot when I'm done. I collect everybody's cards. I write notes because I got to know who it was. So that person might have had, I liked her hair, and the other person was like, oh my God, they had a green shirt on. So I'm going to write that down. Green shirt. I write where I met them, because if you're out and about, you could get everybody all mixed up, and you want to find something that you talked about to refer back to. So on the business card, I will write my notes. And then on my little card that I have in the car, I write their name, their phone number, their email, and I write something personal that we talked about. So I always do the acknowledgement sandwich. I always did this. I don't know where I learned this. Somebody else probably invented it, but I think I invented it. So we're just going to go with that. It's the acknowledgement sandwich. So some people say, well, what should I say? What should I say? I write a handwritten note, first of all. And a lot of times I have I have note cards in my car where I can just write a note right then, and I address it and I pop it in the mail on the way home. They get a personal note the very next day or two. It's like, how quick is that? But in the note, what do you say? You say acknowledgement sandwich. Oh my gosh, I loved meeting you. I loved your green shirt. I'm going to go to that boutique that you got it at. I really think that's great to support local, blah, 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 blah. And then say something, like you can say, I would love to meet you for lunch. Next sentence, something that is connecting you two. I really think that we're like-minded people, and I'd like to get to know you more. Let's meet for lunch. I'll call you next week. Boom. Of course, you put 2 business cards of your own in there, so they have that to reference. And I didn't say 1 business card, I said 2, because they might lose one, they might need one, they might need to give it to somebody else. And that's how you start. And then follow up, put it in your Google Calendar. If that's what you do, that's what I do. I put in Google Calendar to follow up with that person the next week when I said I would. And then I write also in my planner that, yes, I have a planner. It's around here somewhere. I have an old-fashioned paper planner because I like paper and pen. So I write it in the book that I sent them a personal note so I can remember I followed up with them. This is a great way to stay top of mind with people and build friendships. I also plan out at least 2 or 3 face-to-face meetings with people one-on-one, or maybe I'm introducing people. And in that whole thing, if I say, what can I do for you? And they say, oh, I would love you to do you know so-and-so? Could you introduce me to that person? Absolutely. Now you make sure that you do it. So follow up. So if you like the 3 things that I came up with networking, then please like or share. Or if you'd like to know more about it, stay plugged in. I have an amazing program coming up that is all of this and then some, and everything in detail. I think it's going to be really great for you, new people that are building their clientele, and you'll be able to find your way that feels right for you. Now some people are online and how do you network online? Well, there's groups. I talk about all that kind of stuff. But again, for you that are just starting out, just start simple. You got to be seen. People got to get to know you. And if, there's some things that are being said about, well, don't talk about yourself too much. Oh, don't do this. Don't, brag about yourself. You feel like you're bragging. But you know what? If you don't talk about yourself, then who else will? You got to start first talking about yourself to some friends, and then your friends will be your army and they'll start talking about you. And that's the end goal, right? Is to serve as many people as you can. And those people will organically refer you to other people because they'll get to know you, like you, and trust you. We've all heard that. Know you, like you, and trust you. Well, it's the truth. And you got to start somewhere. So if you have to stand up in front of everyone at an event and explain yourself and show your personality and talk about what you do, and then find the people that you need to serve. You'll be on it, and you'll be growing your business like in no time. So like, share, and follow me for more tips. I'm super excited to see you next time.